welcome to me recording another video of D.R.O.N.E. Now, I'm gonna try and do a sort of tips and tricks video for the D.R.O.N.E editor. Just some interesting stuff that you can do, and that will help you. So, start. I usually just place down the system, which I will place somewhere else afterwards, and then go from there. Now let's start with the camera. Cameras are all have these are the cameras. None of this is scripted, I'm just talking. Anyways, a thing that I have found to be quite I found to work. So you can do this. Yes, these blocks count as attached, and then you can usually use this one, and then you can put a camera in there, and your view will not be obstructed by those blocks. And then something else you can do just to get extra health is this. Just extra health then. With this, we can also do something like this, and then I'm gonna have to move the system, and then you can do this, and same below. And there you go. Now you just do that, and do this. And then you have a rough shape. Now, of course, you don't have to do this. And also, you should probably do those. Yeah. Then you have your space in here to build stuff. This is one way of doing it, you know. And then you just, place stuff. Let's just, place stuff in here, close it up, and you have a rough shape. With something like this, you can make drones like this, which this one used the exact thing here at front, using armor going all the way down to the back, and just using this design. Or my newer one, which also used their front design, but is a bit different on the sides because I decided to have a winglet shape here. And this one also has like a bunch of stuff everywhere. Other stuff you can do. Let's say you click Shift Center. Now you have this in the front. Again, this time I'm just gonna place this here. And for example, you can place one of these big ones. Another thing that I have found that works quite well is if you do this and then use armor blocks, Oh, you can press shift to press shift. You can free place like I did just now. And then you can have something like this, which is just a very simple shape. With this, I have made stuff like, where is it? It's just a hermit. Actually going to redo this at the front. Shift center to have it actually like this. And then you should be able to place one more piece of armor down there and a piece of armor up here. Just a bit more health. And then in first person, those do not obstruct your view, and you can still see everything perfectly fine, while also having your giant camera very well secured. Going in here, again, you do not... all of this is completely hidden. Then, other stuff you can do with the camera. These ones are broken. This camera doesn't work. Though for the eye lock, you can, for example, do this. And with that, now I did not build this one. This is not something I built. Someone else made this, and yeah, I'm showing it off right now. He has, the person has used this design at the front and used it to make a vertical drone that looks really awesome. So again, you can take design inspiration from stuff like this. And vertical drones have a slight advantage here and there, but also obviously some disadvantages. The advantage with a vertical drone like this is that you actually fit through doors. You could just, fly through. If this was a normal horizontal drone of the same size, you would obviously have problems. Like so, you don't fit. And you also probably wouldn't fit through here. But with this one you do. But you will not fit through vents. Though, that's probably a way to make a small vertical drone. Of course, the problem is with vertical drones that you might get hung up on stuff. So there's always advantages and disadvantages to every design there is. So, let's make a drone featuring some of the stuff that I have shown. First off, let's do the thing with the camera using this. Oh, right. And you also need to first put one of these before you can put a camera. This time let's use a different camera. I hope that still works. No, it doesn't. Okay, so there's your reason for why I use this camera. Now, again, going with this design for the front. Alright, so again, you have your thing here, and you can also do this, have it off center, so you can place a battery next to it, and also batteries on top. That's usually all the batteries you will need. And then you can place some more energy. Then there you go. Then you can go and add some cooling. And for this one, I'm gonna try doing something. And I'm gonna add the booster in. So they still have it as 3 separate beams. Okay. Sorry. No, there we go. See, now we have a rough shape for the wings. Then, perfect. We can add in some energy. Add some wings. Oh, this might just work. So to make some cannons. There we go. There we go. 2 giant missile. Nah, those are too big. See, I'm trying to go a bit with looks on this one. I'm not sure what to think of this. Yes, no, that doesn't work. So I'd love to have a giant sniper on top, but it just doesn't work. Now, just standard shooting. Kind of want to keep the top clean. So how about we do this? Alright. Well, I want to keep the top clean, but I also wouldn't mind having shotguns. There we go. Like, this is honestly a pretty good drone. Dual shotties, quad minigun, well, quad Vulcan. We have, but we do not have enough energy production. Let's fix that. There we go, but we are now tier 2, which I don't mind. Oh, okay, so now we have propulsion. Yeah, let's remove those and replace them with a bunch of other stuff. Here we go. Thought so. Ooh, nah. And these are just more things you can apply to self-made drones. Just basically a bunch of shield. You're never wrong. You can never go wrong with shielding. You know, go wrong with shield, never go wrong with armor. And If you use free plays, you can even get stuff like that to work. But of course, you've probably noticed right about now that we have a projectile problem. So let's do it like this. And here on the back, let's use the best. But that brings us up to tier 2. So all the shields will bring us up into a higher tier. Well, then I guess we might as well do it the big way. This thing is not meant to be fast, it's meant to fly and be very tanky. This is a low tier tank build, I have just realized. Not what I wanted to do, but oh well. 25 points. If I find this 25 and 25, risk is more. Still have a good charging rate. Would have to have repair on here. Though, obviously, this means that we would need to make space for it. So perhaps we can do this. Oh yeah, it doesn't even weigh that much. Have a slight bit of feeling. Now, something else that we are missing is a radar. Symmetry off. Place one of those there. And one of these here. Except that weighs too much. Then I guess we go here. That looks weird, but it works. 75 for 8 things. We do not have a horn or an inventory. Now, a horn is not needed. It just allows you to horn. Yep, that's what I meant. And I also don't think we have any more space, do we? Nope. But there you go. Think. God damn it. Well, but still that's quite good. And we're somewhere in the middle of tier 2. So with this, I would say that we have created a pretty tanky drone focused on dealing a lot of damage and also being able to take it instead of your teammates. First person is also perfectly working. We easily fit through walls. This thing is very glidey. Do we fit through small doors? We do. Do you need to actually aim? Yes, you would. Instead, let's do it like this. Also, something else that I've noticed is how glidey it is. Well, this should be no problem. Except it totally is. Oh boy. So yes, you can do this, but then you're stuck here. No. Oh boy. Wait, the game would rather force a wing to go through a wall than just keep me in this orientation. Yeah. Gonna send that into the depths. Anyways. So, what I'm gonna do now is see how fast this thing can actually get. And then with that, also do another test to see how much drift the plane has. Okay, if I let go of W and shift, how much longer it will keep moving in the same direction. We seem to have a top speed of around 45, and let's go. That is a lot of drift. Now it is a very tanky drone. It has 627 HP and 280 shield, but still. Still very weird. Now, I'm gonna have to go search real quick to look at names. Yes, that would be the H5. Great. Again, we have radar, footprint of yeah, that's good. Right, I should probably also go through the stats, just for more tutorial-based stuff. We have the total weight in kilogram being 73 kilograms, and we have a propulsion power, which you can see, like every part has its own propulsion power, which you can see here in power. And the propulsion power needs to be more than the weight. Boost power, this is how much power the boost creates, and the boost power should also be more than the weight. The main acceleration is 1% and the boost acceleration is 0%. That means that basically our propulsion power is 1% more than our total weight, and our boost power is basically the same as our total weight. And that's how acceleration is calculated. And then we have our top speed. This is just the top speed, which is set here. And then obviously also set here. Though this is still not entirely correct. Then our durability, which is basically just how much hit points you have. And your shield strength, this is how much hit point your shield has. The more shield modules you have, the more HP you have, the HP is the strength on here. And we actually have 2 Calliums, which means we already have one. 240. 240. Here we have 240 plus 2 times 20, aka 280. Then we have a passive power usage. This is how much power all our components need. This number will not change depending on if you're moving or staying. It will always be the same. There is no change in that number. And your total power output obviously needs to be more than the passive power usage. The total power output is you know how much power your generators make, which are hidden somewhere in there. Our charging rate is just how much. Basically, the charging rate is total power output minus passive power usage equals charging rate, and the charging rate is just how fast you can charge battery capacity, which is just how much capacity your batteries have. Then you have your heat output and your cooling power. You output how much heat everything generates, and cooling power how much cooling you have. The more cooling you have, the more cooling you have compared to heat output. The well, as far as we know, the faster weapons will cool, and this is all just something that has not been confirmed yet, but it's probably highly likely the longer it will take for your guns to overheat. Radar footprint is just how easily it can be detected, though that is that's some weird math that I do not understand. And then you have radar strength. This is just, as far as I know, the radius in meters in which you can detect enemies, aka 75 meters, which this thing gives us. And then you have this one, which is an antenna, which just allows you to. And the more antennas you have, the more, like, the further radius you have in which you can give your teammates that information. So you can technically have a tank drone, and then you can have some small scouting drone filled with antennae and radar, and then you can and you can then relay all the enemy positions to you. Yeah, and that's everything. And then of course you have the validation process, which at the moment is just whenever you place a part, everything will be validated, but there will be a secondary validation before you go to a test fight from now on, which means if you have old drones from before this update, or just use glitches or something, it will look through it and find out that nope, you can't place that, and you should replace and you should remove a part. Because, you know, that's how most games do it. That's something they're working on. Down here you can also see your tier and your build budget. Everything, as you can see here, has points, and these go in here, and the more points you have, the higher tier you are. It goes from tier 1 to tier 10. There is a tier 11, but that is just a glitch. Anyways, of course you also have this one here, which is your reference just for size, you know, just so you have a size comparison. And of course you also have these lines which show you how parts move, or just basically this is just where you can't place stuff. So, you know, you can't place stuff in front of guns because, well, you don't want to shoot your own stuff. And you also can't place stuff here. Also, this stuff for some reason has a hitbox, so that's fun. Also, where is stuff has hitbox? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's just me being stupid. But yeah, this is just where you can't place stuff, because as you could see here, those wings actually move up, down. So yeah. Anyways, that is it for today. I will see you next time. See ya!